Thanks for coming back to watch this Sit and Go strategy series at PattyPowerPoker.com. So now we are all in the money in this tournament, and again, your strategy is going to change here because you want to be able to play for first place once you make the money. The reason for that is because third place generally pays 20% of the prize, second place pays 30% of the prize, and first place pays 50% of the prize. Since there is comparatively little difference between the second and third place prizes, playing high-risk poker is the way to make as many first-place finishes as you can. In other words, it doesn't matter if you win second or third. It only matters if you win first. So for example, in a $5 tournament like this at Paddy Power Poker, third place is going to be $10, but second place is only $5 more at $15. No, now you understand you want to be playing for the full $25 prize, even if that means risking a third place finish. So let's see how that payout structure philosophy plays out in actual hands played. In this hand, I had absolutely nothing, but was sitting in the big blind while my opponent limped in and then checked the hand all the way down, except when we got to the river card. Honestly, he should have pushed here pre-flop, and I am not in a position right now to give him any more of my chips. Since my hand is so weak here, I just fold and let him have the pot. I don't really know what he was doing there. In this hand, I'm the big stack here, but still I don't want to play a huge pot with another big stack unless I have a strong hand. So because my opponent probably does not want to play a big pot with me either, again I will attempt to steal his blinds with this weak 9-5 suited. If he comes over the top of me, then it's an easy fold. But no, again, I take down the blinds here and add to my stacked. That is perfect. How about this ace-10 offsuit? I want to eliminate the small blind out of this hand, so I don't want the small blind to limp in again. I want to be raising to target and commit the short stack, who is the big blind right now. If he shoves, I will call with ace-10 here. But again, everyone folds, and I take down the blinds once again, which are not insignificant at this point. With pocket sixes in the big blind, I will definitely play to a shove from the small blind, but I'm not sure I'd want to play a big pot with pocket sixes against the other player because he can still do a lot of damage to my stack and turn things completely around here. Pocket sixes will generally not play very well after a flop. So this is exactly what I wanted. The big stack ended up folding, and the shortest stack decides to shove. I would call this shove with many hands, but especially a pocket pair. My opponent is holding King 5 suited, and you know what? He actually made the right play here too, but just did not get any help on the board. His last move there is consistent with a profitable player who understands the insignificance of finishing third or second, but knew enough to push with a hand like this in order to either steal the blinds or double up and challenge for first place. Again, that was a fine play by him, but he finishes in third place. Okay, heads up now with ace-jack offsuit. Here is definitely a raising hand, but it's not necessarily one that I want to play an all-in pot for at this stage. So in fact, I'm actually hoping that my opponent just folds this hand, and that he does, winning another pot of 1,200. I have him outstacked better than 2-1, so in future hands, I will be willing to take more risks with all-in plays. However, in this tournament, it wasn't actually necessary because I was dealt pocket aces subsequently and made another standard raise pre-flop. My opponent called me, and a king is on the flop, which I hope hit his hand given his call. If it did, there would be no excuse for him to not be re-raising and getting all his money in here with confidence that he was ahead. It's just unfortunate that he had a king and I had pocket aces. Now, if I was him, I would have played it the exact same way and I would have lost with that hand because long term, that is also a profitable play. In fact, the last three opponents that I had in this tournament, well, I could tell by their style of play that they are all likely profitable players. As you can see, playing well in sit-and-go tournaments does not necessarily equate to you getting a win every time. Playing well just means making profitable decisions over and over again, which will incrementally build your bankroll. Okay, now it's time to celebrate my sit-and-go win. Thanks for watching the Sit and Go Strategy Series. If you want to see more poker video tutorials, visit the Poker School at PattyPowerPoker.com.